Clash of Clans podcast, episode 56. Skilly boop L Niels.
Not.
No, the word is Zod. Niels is Zod.
No.
Yeah.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.
And we're back. Clash of Clans with the fans and the stands and the clans. I'm your pal, Scotty Boneyard. I'm here with my pal, Scotty. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, hey.
We're here at the WBSMT studios talking all things Clash of Clans, ClashofClansPodcast.com.
Watching Attack by Loch Ness right now.
Okay.
Going in our current war. Doing pretty good.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the big thing that we want to talk
the big
about.
Zod war.
The big
Zod L.
Zod, the houses of Krypton going at it.
Yeah, which was kind of...
Who won? Who won that? What are we talking about? Who was going to
Zod won.
Oh, yes, Zod won.
Zod won.
Who is the general of that clan?
Well, it's debatable. The general was...
Who is the one?
I was the leader for the first 99 trophies of the war.
You guys didn't even get 99 trophies.
No, you were 99 trophies because I stole leader from you.
No. It's not about your sneaky, underhanded, totally sabotage move of stealing my phone, making yourself co-leader, and then demoting me to member, or making yourself leader and demoting me to member. It's such a dick move. I was so pissed when I woke up the next morning and figured that out. Oh, man. Of course, Scotty's asleep because he was up till 4 in the morning. Won't wake up. Actually, the first time the phone rang, it rang. The second time the phone rang, he had turned his phone off because he knew that it was me calling him.
It must have went dead.
Yeah.
Because I had both accounts open.
And I was texting him and calling him, like, you better turn this around. I'm going to tweet a picture of you live of you being all drunk and sleepy. Like, I was pissed. I was ready to, like, if you don't get this back to me, I'm going to quit this stupid podcast. Fucking A.
Yeah.
I was over there at Player One in the House of L talking so much shit.
At the end of the last episode, Boneyard is sitting here talking
What was the final score? 104 to 97?
I thought it was 101 to 97.
It might have been 101, yeah. I know we broke 100.
So it was an intense war.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, at the end of the last episode, when you guys were sitting here talking, and I'm going, no, I got some things up my sleeve.
Yeah, you
were talking shit, and I was already leader of your clan.
Yeah, I totally missed that. So I'm like, when did that happen? And somebody's like, oh, you just caught that? That happened while you were recording yesterday. I'm like, what? I must have been taking a piss. I missed it on the chat. I would have punched you. I wouldn't have let you leave with your phone or your tablet.
Did you notice how I snuck out of here really fast? As soon as that, because I almost couldn't keep laughing the entire time. And I'm like, okay, I really got to go. But I did have to go because the Zod War started.
And I didn't want to tell you about my secret plans, and you didn't want to tell me about your secret plans, which apparently consisted of cheating and making yourself leader, which did absolutely no luck, no good for your clan.
You're just jealous that you didn't think of it first.
Yeah, right. That's true too. I would have totally have done that. I would have just kicked you right out.
But you would have been a dick. I would
have kicked you out of your clan. Mm-hmm. And that morning, what I did was I woke up and I went to work, and on Player One, I took pictures of all of your guys' base and traps. Of things that still needed to get started, so maybe a third of them. Took pictures of all the bases, and then I was going to go kick you out, so you couldn't get any more intel. I mean, Matt could, because he had things going on both sides, but he's not always around. And I didn't want you personally as a general. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I spent all morning just irate, and I was talking so much shit on your chat. I'm donating wall breakers every time somebody said max drag for war, wall breaker, dick.
So the war started and it went crazy, and so I was up late, so I had to miss the first part. I had to leave.
You were on the way home when the war started.
No, I was here. Oh. But then I had to leave.
Yeah,
and
we got up we got up.
It took me about 2 hours.
12 or 13 or 14 to nothing before you guys started, and it stayed that way the whole war. We were up between 12 and 20 stars. We were up the whole time.
Yeah, you were up a lot. And then we closed the gap.
And then you guys caught up at the end. Well, what happened was my superior attack strategy paid off.
As my member of my army.
Listen, no, I'm still the general of the House of Zod. I'm still the leader. And when I say leader, I mean I was the one in there directing my troops.
I know.
And helping them out. And you had this, what'd you do?
As the leader,
I stole the medal off my general jacket. That's not going to do anything.
Why do you think that I was in command letting you rally the troops for all that time? because I'm a good leader of Zod.
No, you're not a leader of anything. You didn't even lead L. You led L to a loss. That was a lead, I guess. You know what? They followed you into that hole.
It was a loss of losses, though, because...
It was the one that mattered. We're in this new war. We're up against it, and if we buckle down and really do it like we did last time, we'd win. But I don't even care. I'm upgrading my hero right now, my king.
It was a 40-person war, 40 versus 40. The score overall was 97 to 101.
Yeah.
So we lost by 4 points.
Yep. That was close.
And yeah, it was. And we had 78 of our 80 attacks go. You guys had 75, but 2 of those were yours. That was your fault, though, because you booted me. Because I would have warred.
Yeah, you would have warred for loot because you would have wanted our winning war loot, but I wouldn't let you. I didn't want you. I really didn't want you to get it. I'm like, fuck that. He's not getting any of the loot from our win because he's a total dick. Totally didn't play fair.
No, you did this before. You were about to kick me before you even knew I was leader.
Well, yeah.
So don't say that it was because I did that. That
was a definite must that had to happen. You had to get out.
So and it was.
No, I was going to kick you because I didn't want you to have intel. Later, I kicked you because fuck you. You're not getting any gold. You're not getting any war loot from my win. But you had
already planned on kicking me.
Yeah, but not because of the war loot. It was for a different reason. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It was a lot of fun, by the way.
Yeah.
And I big up to all. Hey, you guys.
Sorry, L.
You guys you had to kneel before Zod because you guys lost. But mad respect because everybody warred real well. The only real loser here is Scotty. Because
I did get 2 stars on you.
That was good. Yeah, well, listen to that. Yeah, you got 2 stars on me. You were talking mad shit about how you're going to roll over me and crush me. You got 2 stars, not 3.
Yeah.
You got like 62%. That's not crushing.
Do you know how hard it is to 3-star that high of a level?
Lots of people do it. I've seen it happen all the time. You, however, just can't do it. Yeah, you've got max troops.
And I did it with a pretty cool attack.
I did like the golems jumping in there and doing that shit.
Yeah, I leapfrogged the golems,
and it was a good attack. I mean, it's definitely worse. I mean, 2 stars against my base is a win for sure. You said, and then what was your other attack?
I attacked Carl Graf for 2 stars. I thought I was going to have 3 but I was experimenting with the new army, which was. Golems.
Not a great move in a serious war. Again, bad management.
I spent all day practicing those spells. I spent all night and all day practicing those moves.
Well, you need some more practice.
No, I practiced for like 36 hours because I started using the Valks when I was telling you about the Valks.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I started practicing with the jump spells and more of those things and leapfrogging them against bases that were similar to yours. And similar to, I'm looking at where the defenses need to go, and so I was using golems, Valks, and wizards.
It kind of worked.
And you'd send the wizards in first. It's kind of like a go-wee-wee, where you want to clean out the place you want them to go. Mm-hmm. But then with that jump spell, if you can have those Valks funneling in, it basically, it's like the alien. It's like. You parasite it in and explode from the belly.
Yeah, right. No, I got you. And that worked. It was a good attack. You didn't get 3 like you said you were going to.
Do you like that I just keep coining new moves? The alien. Get inside and explode
from the belly.
Yeah, because if you get those Valks into the very center, they'll take out, you put a rage in there, ice cream headache it, you've got them healing and raging and blowing out all the big defenses.
Somebody did a joke on my chat. It was why are why you know how you tell that Valks are hookers? They go between buildings and blow because they suck. But they do.
No, I'm liking
them. They do an all right job. I haven't had a lot of use of them because I don't have max ones. But my 2 attacks, I waited till the very very end. My first attack, I went after.
Wasted my whole day waiting for you to attack.
Everybody did. When is it going to happen? I'm like, it's going to happen at the end. And because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get. I was hoping for 2 stars,
right?
And because it was going to be real tough, because your base is a lot better than mine. You have more higher troops, higher spells. You're a more event. You're more along the way than I am. But even though we were matched up, it wasn't because it was a super equal matchup.
Right.
It's just that we had to fight each other, which was awesome. So my first attack was, I was like, well, we've got everybody 3-starred all the way up into the bottom 10, or the top 10 are the only ones that have stars left. Big up to my Zodcasters for really coming through. I mean, listening, playing well, communication. They were waiting to attack. They were ready to attack when they were working together, making sure checking each other. Something that I guess Al just couldn't do. The B squad over there just couldn't keep it together.
Well, I think part of it is, and here's one big defect that I find in these wars now, especially with the live replays added. The clan mail needs to change, because I had to wait 12 hours.
Oh yeah, to
send out this message, and in a war where if you really want to coordinate, because the chat goes by so fast, it maxes out, and it's like somebody comes in, and if you're doing really well in a war, everybody's talking.
Yeah.
So it's like to really coordinate. Yeah, maybe you can do an outside program or whatever, but it's nice to have it open and donating.
If you do, like Line or something that some of our guys have, they are in it now. They all have this thing. You have to do that outside of the game. Like, if I'm on my phone, I would have to leave the game to go talk online and then come back. Like, that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to up the clan mail. Needs to be open.
Yeah.
Open clan mail. You can do it whenever you want.
Like once every hour. I mean,
my clan did pretty good
2 hours.
When some people were discussing strategy on a certain base. Everybody else would pretty much shut up. That worked out pretty good. Like, good job, guys. If 2 people or 2 or 3 people are talking about how to get in there and which things to use, it takes a little while to talk that out over chat. Everybody else kind of just stopped chatting because you don't need to add a hamster, which I fucking hate those stupid hamsters. Because that one kid came in and said he likes his hamster, so we booted him out, and then everybody starts talking about hamsters for days. And it was ridiculous. But, everybody kind of shut up. So anyway, my first attack was I went after your top guy. Like, I'm going after the number one because what am I going to do? I got a 3-star something that's down by 10, which I still have other guys that can do that. But nobody's went after their top guy. Nobody's going after their top guy. So I said, fuck it, I'll do it. And I went in from the bottom with this super crazy tons of wizards and hogs and witches, and just like was basically what was left over from me making troops to give to people. And then I dumped some stuff and took in some other stuff, and I'm like, I'm not drawing out troops, I'm not drawing out kings and queens, I'm just sending them all in from the bottom and raging and healing all the way up through it, and I got to 49%. And I thought that was pretty damn good against your top guy, because it was like 49%, and my witch was left, and she was halfway through one building, and she would have got to 50.
Yeah, it was like one more second, like you would have gotten 50%.
Oh, yeah. It was close. It was a half a building,
and it was close on a few different fronts because the witch is on the outside pounding a pump, I think, and in the middle, Boneyard kind of did a go-y. I don't know what it wasn't. You just went in. And everything got really close to getting the last Expo, I think, or the last Inferno. It was like 1 second more on that side, and then you would have rolled in. Sure, and got more 1 second on the other side.
Yeah, it was just a couple of hit points, man. If I would have laid my queen a little bit later, but coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good attack. And then my second attack, I waited to the very end. And by this time, I knew we had won because the math was there. You guys didn't have any attacks that could have done anything. It was my attack was the one that was left, and we were already four. We only won by 4, but we were ahead by 4 to 6. At the end there, continually. You guys would come up, we'd come up a little more.
Yeah, we never went above you.
You never had a chance, like, math-wise, to get it. Like,
no, we would have.
There was a couple of times it's like, okay, you guys have a chance here to tie, like several times. But we still had attacks left.
When we started the last few hours, it was we could actually win if these things, and we could be up 1 or 2.
Yeah, but then I had guys at the very end whose attacks didn't go well.
Right.
Like, they went for things like a couple of people. Gopher went for you.
I thought you wanted him to.
No, and now here's the thing. Here's a good general move. I was going to have Monster or Risha hit you because you were more powerful than I could have hit. I would have. Bowen and Scotty.
Yeah,
Bowen and Scotty
would have
hit
had
each other.
to have done it.
And I was like, you know what? I don't have to hit him.
I wouldn't have.
I have to get those points. And so I would have had somebody. It's about delegation. A good general knows where he's strong and where he's weak. Where you may not know that. I'm telling you that now, I guess.
Well, no, I had to go against you. There was no question that we could not go against each other. So that's out of the loop in terms of strategy. Because
that's a great strategy because you're going to go against me, and that's a definite. Well, you definitely got 2 stars.
No, but that's Boneyard.
But if it came down,
could not have been matched up and not have went against each other.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, come on.
But by the time I went for Richie, I knew that we were going to win.
Because I could have went down and got stars lower. But we were actually.
But at that time, you actually needed to hit
stars higher,
way high, yeah.
And that's why. And so the strategy, what happened right away was, I think there was a few mistakes made where people, because it's a big matchup, we were waiting for 24 hours to start, and everybody went at one time. I had no idea, because every other war, it's been. People just start going.
Everybody was so jazzed to fight on that war. Like,
yeah, it was
really everybody was like already do it.
And I was going to get the 2 episodes.
Like I'm trying to watch them live, but there's like 4 or 5 fights going on. So I'm like, okay, I just got to watch all this. Overview of everything.
So it went off so fast, and the clan mail, you only get 12 an hour, so you couldn't send out something that said, okay, wait, guys, just hold off, for an hour and let's take a break.
Can you hear my icy?
Yeah.
When Scotty got here, we were just about ready to record, and then I heard outside, and this guy's like, I'm like, what is that? And this guy's like, somebody's music? I said, that's Ice Cream Man! So me and Scotty had to go walk around the neighborhood until we found the Ice Cream Man. But it turns out he wasn't an Ice Cream Man, he was a slushy man.
There's actually an ice cream man. I never knew that. I mean, I knew it was on TV, but...
What's the thing?
Yeah,
but I really
But it's a good end to a war.
I wanted a Spider-Man, but I got a grape slushy instead.
I got a mocha. So it was, and then what we did, and when we were coming back, and so people right away, okay, they attacked. It was just crazy. And had I known that, we would have been done recording, and I would have been at home for the start of the war, tucked in.
Yes, because I am glad I was home, and even though I was quite drunk. We pulled it off,
and had I been around, because everybody was so excited, people were forgetting to some real basic things like drawing out the CC,
yep,
and a couple early stars that maybe mistakes that were made because you get excited. I do that all the time. I mean, like where I get ahead of myself in a battle because it's like you're jazzed up.
The Phantom. Spell drop is a bitch. That happens.
Yeah.
You're like, I was going to drop some archers out here so they can come in late, and there's a fucking heal spell out there that nobody's going to stand in anyway.
Yeah, it's like because you get nervous going in, especially now with all these, with knowing that everyone's watching. Oh. And in Zod War, everybody was there to.
I think that probably, I'm sure it maxed out on how many people were live watching my battle with you.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, don't go until I get back. I got to run and give my daughter a bath. Yeah. Like, okay, man.
Yeah.
Wait for it. And,
So
people were like, this is crazy. I can't wait to see Boney. I'm like, you guys, I'm not going to do very good. Like, I'm hoping for 2. I'm probably get 50%. And the difference, and I ended up getting like 42%, I think. Yeah. Something like that. King Richie's base was set up with his town hall kind of towards the top.
Yeah.
And he had all of his Teslas and all of his bombs and his Infernals up there towards the top. So what I did was come down from the bottom and make almost, I took out almost half of his base, but he had all the heavy stuff way up at the top. The Infernos and the Expos were all, for most of my battle, I was out of range of that shit. But you had your shit centered and I just couldn't. I did the same kind of attack as I did on King Richie. I really was flustered. Like, I don't know what to use. I have no idea how to do this.
Yeah.
I never, you practice. I'm like King Richie, I got to 49. I never battle the hard guys like that. Or you. Like,
yeah.
I did as good as I did with no practice.
Well, and that's why
I dumped it all on the bottom, and those guys, they did okay, but then, like, a couple of bombs and this and that got me good, but... And yours is more spread out.
And so part of it was the clan mail and the amount of characters you can put in there, too, because I wanted to say, hey... like I said in the pod, I want you to attack straight across. It's around there, like close to your number. I want us to use all of our attacks. Because if you can 2-star that and it's working in this war, even though we're down.
No. See, this is where we differ. Last time we recorded, me and Boaz were like, yeah, do that. Go straight across for 1 star. That's a good idea. Which is what you guys did in L, and it didn't work. My plan was you go straight across and then down until you can 3-star. First attack,
but here's the thing.
3 stars.
Okay, it came down to that difference of 4 points. Now imagine there would that people would have if I could have explained a little bit more, coordinated a little bit more, and say, okay, if you can't take it, go down 1.
Well, that's what.
But let people. I wanted everybody. I wanted the bottom guys because I hate it when the bottom guys all of a sudden don't have people to attack. It's like
that's true. But in that war,
they need to have.
In that war, it was more important to get the stars.
Yeah, but here's a lot
of my lower attacks that I used.
I knew you were going to go low. I knew you were always going to go low. So my thought was, if we can. Let's say everybody went straight across, theoretically.
Yep.
And could 2-star.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep. That's a wasted attack because somebody else has to come through.
No, but
and
listen,
3-star.
You've got 2 stars. Or you've got 2 attacks.
Okay.
So if everyone went across and 2-starred.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And that's the ideal situation.
Right.
If everybody could go straight across and 2-star.
Not an ideal situation at all, but continue.
Okay. That's in a 40-person war.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be
80 stars.
80 stars.
Right.
Okay. Then on your second attack,
you move down.
Free for all.
You move down, get the 3rd star. Okay, let's just go with just 2 people. One's higher, one's lower. The lower guy goes straight across and gets 2. Then the higher guy has to come down and get the 3rd one. Now you've used 2 attacks out of 2 guys to get 3 stars.
Yeah, but the 2 attacks.
If the guy above would have just come down and got 3 stars right away, then you've used only 1 attack for 2 guys. You have 3 attacks left instead of 2.
Right.
Doesn't that make sense?
But 2 stars on the bottom are also just as valuable as 2 stars up top. So listen.
Right. So that guy can then use his second attack to get 2 stars. And the lower guy now has 2 attacks to go lower.
These battles are 9 people in the middle where the difference comes down to. And if it comes down to going up at the end, if you've already got those 2 stars up there, those top guys can come down and go exactly where needed. Do the 2, do the 3.
Yeah, or you have the medium guys do the lower guys, and then
but you've got more attacks.
All right, this is a question. This one going. This is like the golden elixir argument. Out to the fans in the stands. Now, what I'm arguing works. We beat you guys. What you're arguing didn't work, although maybe it wasn't explained well, and that's a whole thing about the plan versus execution is a different thing, but. What Scotty is saying is to go across for 2, then the higher guy comes down for that 3rd star.
No, go across for 3, and ideally, so that's
you already told me ideally you go across for 2. That's the ideal situation, which I'm saying it's not because
what I'm saying is go across. I want
40 stars left over.
Okay, first attack getting 2 stars at your level.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh no, well it's good
for the bottom half of the clan.
It's not the best
because that way the lower guys in the clan get their attacks in, get their 2 stars, and then that might be an attack that a Town Hall 7 doesn't have to come, or a Town Hall 9 has to come down and clean up later. So if you're using those bottom attacks to fill it up so that the higher up people don't have to come down.
No.
Farther.
The L's bottom 10 people will all be 3-starred by.
Yeah, but
by
Zod's bottom,
they get. By Zod's bottom 15. 1 attack.
But what if you could do it? What if you could get all 10? You could be getting more stars up higher if you didn't have weight like on a number 3 or a number 4 in a clan or number 6. If you didn't have no attacks and stars to show for it, if they're sitting there at the end of the war because they didn't have anybody to attack that they could even star, it's a wasted star because then they could get the stars.
No, it's not a wasted star.
And they would have more. They have a better chance of getting a 3-star against somebody across from them than they do if they don't participate in the war at all.
Well, obviously they get a 3-star. It's more likely to get a 3-star if they battle than if they don't.
Okay, and I think the plan is that, or I think the problem is I'm talking about in terms of if you're going to let everybody go straight out and attack, your way is just fine because then it's like.
it's better.
But if you're
you
talking
go
about
straight over and down until you can. Now, this also matters for the matchup, depending on what is straight over and down. But we're talking Zada now, it was pretty even. Like, you should have been able to go over and down 1 or 2 for a 3-star. You might not have been able to 3-star your same number, but you could have done it a couple slots down, right? So for every attack used that gets 3 stars, that's one less attack. That's one more attack that you have to use. The lower guy has to use somewhere a little lower. And some people fuck up and they only get 2 stars where they should have got 3. Then that guy has that extra attack to go in and go, okay, I'll do it.
Right, but I'm saying that using the lower level...
You're saying you should use up your attacks for 2 stars that then need to come in and get 3 stars later, which is wastes of attacks.
No, I'm saying that those 2 stars, it might be a lot easier to 3-star somebody lower. Ideally, I want 3. I want people to go across and get 3, within your same level. But I think it's better to 2-star on a higher guy or an evenly matched guy than it is to 3-star lower, because it's easy to drop lower with your second attack. You can always go lower with your second attack. So if you had everybody in the clan, attacking who they think they could 3-star that's relatively close to them and getting 1 or 2 stars,
that's terrible.
It's going to add up because the second attack...
Well, if they think they can get 3 stars, that's the whole thing, is you go over and down until you're confident for 3. And hopefully that's really close to your number.
I don't think it's always going to work in a high-stakes war.
Well, it did.
It did this time.
Man,
you're a 34.
The proof is in the pudding.
You're a 34 in L.
Yeah.
And you went down today and 3-starred the 42, but 1-starred the 41.
I went after... Yeah, that was a kind of a bitch. That second one was a pisser. It didn't work out right. I went... What I did was...
But you were Town Hall 6.
Yeah, I'm a Town Hall 6. I went 1 above my recommended for both those attacks.
Oh, RG Baseball just went in the war and forgot to have his clan castle filled.
Oh, come on, man.
Ouch.
You're out!
No.
I was doing that... was that last night in this war, or it might have been... It must have been last night in this war, because I wouldn't have done it in the Zod L war. I'm like, okay, go in for 3, and he's like, I'll try. And Shogun's like, no pressure. I'm like, if you don't get 3, you get kicked out. I was telling people that, and oh no, and then somebody went in and didn't do good. They got 0 stars, and all of a sudden, the next thing was, that person has been demoted. Yeah. And then everybody, they, just messing with you, just trying to rub it in because that was a bad attack. But you're promoted again. I'm just fucking around.
Well, and here's the thing too is that
pretty much everybody in Zod.
And when I want to say go straight across, and I really mean go for. Here's the problem: is I don't want people to think that when I say go, go for. I'm trying to say it to say don't go low. Don't go too low on your attacks.
No, that's fine. That's good.
If you think you can 3, but can definitely get a 2, that's when
that's the range you want to hit.
That's when I'm
talking about confidence. It's not go for the slaughter. It's go for the probable 3,
and that should
hopefully you get there.
But I want it to be. I want to say I'm okay with 2 because I want people pushing at that level that they're going. Okay, I think I can get a 3. It's going to be tough because we're going to get better at the wars. We're going to be able to play against stronger guys, and play more strategic. Because if you think you can do it and you go in and you do a tougher war, it's a lot different than farming. And you've got your war army, you've got all this stuff. And so the more practice you get at those levels.
Oh, just since the update, I can't use hogs anymore. Well, actually, before the update, people started anti-hogging their bases. And that was my go-to. I'm like, I got to learn how to use a new army.
Yeah.
Just got level 4 dragons, so that's new, and that's going to be what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and
I'm going to have fun with that. I need to upgrade my freeze spells now because that's important to use. You know what? I used one for the second time attacking you. The second freeze spell I ever used was on your Inferno.
See, I
knew I was going to need to do it.
Jump spells on you. I spent all day. Or I spent a couple of days practicing with jump spells.
Well, the jump spells, you got to figure out how they work. I mean, freeze spells are pretty obvious how it works.
And
they were level 1.
Spells,
and they were level
how
1.
You use it.
I waited until things got close to your Inferno, and then I froze it, and I threw some heals and rages all around in there, and got them. I think I don't know. I might have knocked out one of your Infernos. I don't know. But it was a shit show. It was just I didn't have the the troops for it.
Wild Streak just got 3 stars.
Maybe if I had a top golem in there. When are we going to get a new town hall so we can get a new clan castle so I can put 2 dragons in my clan castle? How about that? You waiting for that one? Once we get town hall 11, then we can get a clan castle upgrade. Then we can put 2 dragons in the clan castle.
That would be awesome.
That would be super tits.
But you know what? We're just complaining about how long the battles take, and it's like if you had 2 dragons coming out of those things. I mean,
yeah. Well, now that the heroes stick around, you can't draw them out.
See, that's all different. So
you have to fight the heroes inside the battle. You have to dump your troops and hope they kill the hero.
I wonder what the war would have been like if we would have pre-update when people
would have been fucking tough. Like that would have been
because it was like
I don't know. We have a lot of really experienced players in both clans,
right? But
even though they're small town halls because they're second in command.
But all my attacks now have changed because now the heroes are tethered to the thing. So the king and the queen, how you play them, and even how they attack. So I noticed that people are sending in like giants against the queen. Well, she'll stand on the other side of the wall and just keep shooting them.
Yeah,
And so you can only draw them out so far.
Yeah, I was farming and I watched the king, standing there, and he was just looking at a whole bunch of archers. I was just going for gold.
Yeah,
and I used Barb's minions, a couple of wall breakers, a couple of giants, and whatever my clan castle is. And I got it I defeated a quarter of the base so that my archers could stand there and plug the storages. And the king was just standing there watching them do it. Like, he watched all these archers take out all of the storage, and then once they turned at him, then he came forward a little farther and started fighting them. Yeah. And I just went, quit. I'm like, man, that's funny, quit. But he wasn't even on the other side of a wall.
So you gotta
he just and he walked over and he was like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, archery practice, this is pretty cool. I'm going to attack you.
Yeah. So, and then that changes your hog attack, which I figured out that day is that if the hogs are swinging past and they get to the center where the heroes are, wait for a second, freeze the heroes, and let the hogs go past.
Yep.
And they're already.
And I've only been using hogs as a.
Yeah, I would have been hogging
as a hit squad. I don't use them full hog anymore. Now it's hogs and whiz. Because I always have whizzes, and that's just because I've been using them because I always have them made because I'm always putting them in clan castles and donating them. So it's like half hog, half whiz going out and slaughtering. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because when you get those whizzes grouped up and they're not getting pounded by a mortar or something, because you take the mortars out with the hogs to get the hogs in there. Those whiz just clean up, man. That's awesome. They kill everything within range, and then they all go boom, and they destroy one wall piece, and then they move it in the next, and just and then they fan out and just really, really put a hurting on stuff.
Well,
I love them. I love the Max Whiz.
And before the update, looking at your camp, I was like, I'd go in, I could draw the heroes out like this. I would do this, and go in, with this type of army, and no problem. I was like, that could have been, but with the update and the tethers to the center, couldn't draw out. And you had a pre-update base.
Yeah, I haven't changed it since, but it still works.
Yeah.
Actually, I got attacked in this war. I'm up against some Japanese. It's all in Japanese. All the names are in Japanese. I'm so glad that the bases are numbered because I can't read any of them. And we're like, oh, this guy's I'm like, and the pisser is they don't have the numbers in the war stats. So if I wanted to see, somebody just attacked me. I want to see what number they are in the list. I have to look at that symbol and try to match it up back and forth. It's fucking tough on my little teeny phone. It doesn't, it's not even legible. Okay, I'm like, it's squiggly line. That's about all I got.
So, well, and now in this war, it's we're kind of doing the same strategy, but people are holding back. So,
well, and of course, last night I'm like, where is everybody at? It's Saturday, and people aren't so jazzed about this war like the last one. But I did get attacked with my old base. Held them off to like 47%. They came in with max drag rage up through the bottom, and I was like, "Fuck your jack off dragons!" Because they got near my Teslas and my Expos and just wiped them out. Maybe if they had some more heals, but they had one dragon that got all the way to the town hall, he didn't even get a breath of fire out before he died. But then it was like, so it was at like 35%, and then a king in one corner and a queen in the other corner started in. I'm like, oh no, they're going to just take out factories and pumps just for the last however many percent. And then the king got a little closer and then my Tesla popped up. I'm like, oh yeah, I put Teslas out there.
Yeah.
And then he just said, "Tut, tut, 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 tut," and the king died. I'm like, okay. So now it's only 42%. And then I look over and I'm like, why isn't this over yet? Oh, there's a queen over here. Okay. And the queen's doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, she's got range. She's going to stay out of range of that Tesla until she gets some more buildings down. I'm like, oh, damn it. So I'm watching this. And I'm watching it live.
Yeah.
The live thing.
Thank you, Supercell, for ruining all of our relationships.
Yeah, really. That's tough.
Because it's not even. It's like watching a sporting event on the replays, or watching it afterwards.
And and there's a time delay, so it's always ruined for you because in the chat somebody's like, "Oh, well, we got it." And I'm like, I shouldn't be reading this while I'm watching it live.
No, I think that they're saying there's no delay.
There's a little bit of a delay.
No,
because
I'm watching it going, he's got it. And we like comment on it.
Oh yeah, but like if somebody starts attacking and you hit the button, I want to watch it live. A couple seconds later, there's a little bit of a delay because once you start it, that guy's already been attacking. Where you start out right at.
No, you start right where they're at.
That's if it's a little bit later. Anyway, it's fun.
Yeah,
and but I've come.
Oh, so there might be like a 2-second delay,
like maybe a 5 or 10 second delay,
or maybe it's your.
Well, I come out of it and it's already over. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he got it, and then, but I'm still watching it happen. You know?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But so that queen came over and that other Tesla popped up, and it got her. Like, and I'm like, the queen could have got. I think she needed 2 more buildings to get 50, because it was like right at 47. But of course she's weaker, and the Tesla took her out immediately. As soon as it started zapping her, it took her out. And people were watching like, well, you're a Tesla on the outside guy, huh? And I'm like, yeah, that's for the anti-hog so that you can't... Or it's not anti-hog, it's anti-CC draw. Because those Teslas outside are outside of the range of the CC. So if they try to send a hog into the middle, and it's really obvious that...
It's like how my divots work on the outside. Yeah, mine are just tucked in so that more of the divot comes in so that I can pound them more.
Yeah.
But yeah, like those things on the outside.
For me, it was so
it's hard to get past them.
They couldn't send a hog in to unlock the CC and get them all to pour out. That the hog would get trapped up before that. It would kill that thing pretty quickly. I think archers and cannons can reach that CC like it's in, or the Tesla. It's inside the range of other things, so the one hog will die before it kills it.
Right.
Several hogs will kill it, then it'll go in. But that's just wasting time.
Yeah. You need a hog squad.
Yeah, you need a hog.
Call the hog squad.
But if you do that, if you send in too many hogs, then your whole hog squad.
And I think
dead.
Don't you have a spring trap in front of those? With just like.
Oh, that's fun. No, yeah, spring traps.
I thought you had those.
No, the spring traps are all inside. They're at bottlenecks, which are obvious, but you can't do anything about it because your guys are going to walk through there because it's an open spot.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those bottlenecks where, well, that's a spring trap. Can't do anything about that. Like I got to send in guys
to stop those hogs. That would
that'd be fun
right in front.
So it comes in. The hog starts running in. Oh, there's a Tesla. He goes over to that thing and it goes. Wham.
Which if you had like movie control on the,
you watch the hog go in and out.
Yeah. As you go through. Yeah, I just got a 1-star today with a go wipe, which is like Golem, which Wizard Pekka, whatever. And they got 1 star on me. They got into because they got the town hall. They couldn't get 50%.
Really?
Yeah. It was a pretty my base has been holding up.
Boy, that's a pretty good attack though. If they can get into your center and get that and not get 50% to do it. Yeah. That's a pretty good attack.
Well, no, it's a bad attack.
Well, I mean,
because if you get to somebody's center, you should also be able to get the 2nd star.
It wedged in there. What was the percentage? Do you remember?
It was. I can check right now. 38%.
Oh, that's not very good. But to only get 38 and get to the middle is, I mean, it's decisive. I mean, it's like that wedge that gets right in there.
Then it's a horrible attack.
Yeah, you're not doing. I mean,
because you might as well just go for 50%, which is just slam me around from the outside completely, and then just get a quarter of my my inside. You know, if you can get
That's
one.
also what she said.
Yeah. But so yeah, and it was the golems. Everything held really good. They came in just like they were supposed to, and just where my defenses were.
Oh, my slushy's melting.
Just my setup is holding. I think it once I start. Oh my god, I'm almost done with those.
I added too much grape. Well, I didn't add too much. I added a lot. The ice cream truck is a slushy truck, and what she does is you give her the $3, and she gives you a big cup of snow. And then on the outside of the truck is little spigots where you can pick your flavor and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to put a whole mess of grape in here and just fill it with grape and put a little cherry on the top. It took me a while to decide. But, like, are these little kids just going to chase this thing down and just, like, suck it on those taps all day? Like, I wonder who
Boneyard's standing by the end of it, dancing.
Well, they were playing
reggae music.
Calypso, yeah. They were playing some Calypso music on it.
At one point,
shake, 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 Sinora,
we're
shake
waiting
your body,
for
right?
it. And I'm like, maybe it's just somebody's music playing. And then we were talking about how, like, a low riding car, you know, like, instead of gangster music being played as you pass, it's the ice cream truck music. And people, it's like people are just running out.
Running out the street. Oh, ice cream man! Because I just heard it through the window. I'm like, whoa, we're going. I'm like, oh, let's go get a Spider-Man for later. Yeah. And we walked up and down the block to find it. But yeah, if you did that with just your car and just played the ice cream,
that's all you listen to.
Bunch
in your
of little
car
kids running around, all super bummed because you're driving around super slow in the neighborhood playing the Ice Cream Man song, and they're running around looking for it.
I'm going to download that from iTunes right now. Ice cream truck music and blared all the way home.
You got to take all the side streets as slow as you can. With a whole crew of little kids chasing you down. Hey, Ice Cream Man!
What kind of music do you like? Ice cream truck music.
Ice cream truck
exclusive.
Yeah, this is my best of ice cream truck hits.
Yeah. And you confuse people because, you know, it hit next time you drive by, it's on.
I need to call the cops because you're a super pedophile. Like, that's just immediately you're like, you got ice cream truck music in your van. Is it a grape van? Did you add the G?
No, but you could just imagine it in just like a regular, like, beat up old. Or just a nice little car.
There's a guy carrying a boombox, just blaring it, and people are running out. What? And you're like, oh, I'm just jamming.
Just jamming down the street.
Yeah, just hanging out at the park, listening to your tunes. Ice cream truck. The little kids are coming from miles around. I hear it. It must be at the park.
Yeah, because everybody knows that sound.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know, on every TV show. So
yeah. It's Ice Cream Man.
That's all you do is play ice cream truck music.
That would be pretty funny, man. We had a good skit. Ice Cream Man!
Ice Cream Man.
And you're walking down the street with your boombox there, and you have one ice cream. You got your own ice cream that you're licking, and you're listening to the jams. People running like, I hear it. That guy's got ice cream. Where's Ice Cream Man?
You could see it at the end of that Say Anything movie when he's got the John Cusack's the guy in the rain with the boombox, and he's playing ice cream.
Better have my $2 because I need ice cream.
This is how you get somebody's attention. They'll come out.
Yeah. You just put it on.
You want to woo somebody,
and you got to move.
Play the ice cream truck music. It's like you can't go look at it. You can't not go out there and see it.
I better go find out.
Yeah. Even if it's, I can imagine, even if it's...
Well, we were outside, and there was this I'm like, oh, he's waiting for ice cream. There's an old man just standing on his front step, like, just had $1 in his hand, just waiting.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, he wants ice cream. He's just waiting for it.
It's kind of like when the circus comes to town. It's like...
People go.
Yeah. And, like, you know, even if you want to... this would be awesome for my zombie book. You just play ice cream music, and then they come running. But if you even if you hear it, you have to just go see it. You have to see what it is. It's
the greatest spectacle in the world.
Yeah. So yeah.
A bearded lady.
Back to Clash of Clans.
Back to Clash of Clans, yeah, right.
So during my next attack, that's what I'm going to listen to. Ice cream truck music.
You're just going to distract you because you're going to get hungry and you're going to be looking outside. Where's that coming from?
Oh, my God. So we're sitting here now at 46. Okay, the score sounds bad. But we're down.
You guys are up against some Malaysians, and they're tough. They've got a bunch of wins under their belt.
But here's the score now. It's we're at 56. They're at 109. Right? Sounds bad. We've got 46 attacks in. They've got 62. All of their top guys have gone, except for one. They're out of their first 16. And then there's just a couple 17 and below. Now, we had a lot of Town Hall 7s that were right in the middle, pretty strong.
Are you talking about this
that who were up
with
against
the Muckalucks or whatever they are, the Mecklak.
There's a lot of people who are Town Hall 6, and I have no idea how we got matched up. We have like 5 Town Hall 10s or something, and a few Town Hall 9s, and then the rest are like 7s, and they've got like 10 Town Hall 10s. And like 9 Town Hall 9s, and it's like I have no idea the matchup on this one.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
But
I had Matt start to do your war after I guess it was 2 nights ago. After the Zod-El war, I was like, let's start a war right away because we were both right at 45. I was in L. You weren't. Zace wasn't in Zod. And you guys had a bunch of randoms that popped in that weren't even fans. I was like, "Ooh, start it!" Because I was just wanted to get matched up again, and it would have been it wouldn't have been fair. I would have had a great advantage. You guys would have had to fight for it, but it would have been lots of fun. I would have definitely, and I should have done this the first time if I would have thought about it because I missed the cutoff for War Day for the Zod-El War. I would have put my town hall outside. I would have. Emptied my CC.
No, but that would have been fine because then we could have easily got 3 stars, and I could have sent a low guy in to do it.
No, I'm talking about I would have done this with player 1.
Yeah.
In L.
Oh, yeah, but then
and then so we could have fought. We could have got I could have let my bottom guy go in and get 3 stars on me.
Right. Well, and
I was like, it would have been perfect too. I would have put and I was like really planning okay, all the cannons and the mortars. Would all go in one corner so that one balloon could take them out, or one minion could take them out. And then you put the air defense by themselves so that one hog or
despite yourself, it would probably taken people Taco has no walls. Taco loves
I know.
And people keep
which is crazy because
you give it to somebody.
Yeah,
you can't give it away.
I swear to God, when he first started, and before I really met him, he got in, he's a fan, but I hadn't really talked to him. I was going through the list, and it was the war before the Zod-El war. And I'm like, oh, so-and-so, get your town hall in. So-and-so, we got to do some redesign. Get the walls up. Let's get your war camp ready because this is your first war. And I was like, Taco, what the fuck? You're a town hall 8. You have no walls. You're fucking killing me, man. And he's like, well, I've been doing it for a while. It's cool, huh? I'm like, no, it's not cool. You got to get some walls up, man. You're just giving it away. And he's like, actually, they go after it. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. And they wasted 8 attacks to get 3 stars on him. It was hilarious because they were like, oh, I can do that. Everybody down low would be like, I can get that guy. But he's got really good defenses, and the base is kind of mishmashed around where people get stuck. And yeah, you can go in and get 1, maybe even 2, but you're just getting pounded. I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fine. Awesome. I can't say anything more. I guess it fucking works. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. But it's kind of like how you get used to, attacking a certain way.
And then just totally throws people out there. They just go in way overconfident.
Yeah.
I can do this. I don't even need clan troops. I'll do this. And you don't look at the fact that, those Wiz Towers have purple crystals on them. They're high up. Those mortars are high level, and everything is Town Hall 8, and it's up there. And he's got a king wandering around. And you're like, I could just go in and just dump them all from one side and they'll wash through. And because there's no walls, everything's really together.
Yeah.
So the ranges overlap way better. You're going after one thing, you're getting hit by 8 different defenses.
That's why some of those, maybe that would be a really good strategy is just to put your walls around the complete camp. At least slow them down a little bit, and just try it with Scotty or Boneyard.
I wanted to do that where you can't drop troops anywhere but the trees. You have to start in the trees with your troops because your walls are all the way around the outside, and you've got everything on the inside spaced apart enough to where you can't. It would be hard. You'd have to dump everything in one spot wherever you do it, and then they'd have to go in and they would just fan out. and then get weaker and weaker and weaker. You would never have any clumps or any swarms. And
But Taco's strategy is
he's got it all-
proven the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine if you put your walls all the
you
way.
and I have way more stuff than he does.
Right.
So we could do all of our defenses right in the center around the town hall, and then have a ring of pumps and mines and barracks, and then have a wall, and then then what?
That would be really interesting to see how that held up. Because people would come in and they could get your loot.
The king and queen would be right in the middle. Clan Castle would be right in the middle. I mean, you couldn't get to the Clan Castle troops. You just couldn't do it. Even if you sent in a hog and you could get them out, where are you going to draw them to? You can't draw them into the woods. Like you literally are just outside. You can draw them into the edge of the like right next to the wall, but they're not going to jump the wall into the wood. Maybe they would.
And the freeze spells couldn't hold long enough. It would be like having just like I don't know. I just think of like those Aztec Empire type, where just this center mass of, and like you could do your village idea,
walkways.
You could have like your minefields over here and your pump fields over here with your storages, and you could even put some decorations around it and make it look like
a little town.
I should do that.
I have,
but if it wasn't so much work to change it and change.
Well, you know what you could do is that you could copy. You'd have to remake one map, because you can copy maps.
I wish you could go back.
So like if you're eventually going to redesign your war map, like I think that's what I might do, right? I would copy my town hall to my war map. I would copy my loot map to my war map, make a funny loot map to see if it worked. And then when it didn't work and I was done with it, I'd copy my war map back to my farm map, and it would be the same one. Then I would have to totally redesign my war map.
Yeah.
Or you do it vice versa.
And it's easier to redesign the one. I should just try doing that just for fun, because I've had the same camp forever.
And I'm thinking we might take a break from warring just to do some farming and upgrades, and people can get their heroes going. We've talked, because we were almost not going to do this war. Because people are like, hey, we need to do it. I'm like, I don't care if we win this war. Let's just try it. My hero's upgrading. Like, let's just give it a shot. It's not important. Nobody's getting wizards or witches from me this time, because I'm almost out of Dark Elixir.
Yeah, I know. I spent so much money in that.
I was gemming out troops when people needed them to get them going, a lot. Well, probably, I don't know, I probably only gemmed like 50 gems worth of troops, because it's only 1 or 2 or 13 here and there,
Yeah,
because I usually had tons of shit made. I never loot with my main guy anymore. I never raid. I just constantly have clan war troops ready.
Well, like this war, then I think this is a really good. Why don't we wrap up and do second episode? Because, well, first let me just kind of recap where our clan is. Let's do second episode, because I want to talk about that with the co-leaders and the clan and everything like that.
Okay.
But so this current war, we're sitting at it's 56 to 109. Sounds like we're getting close, because they're already, no matter what, they got their 109 stars. That's how they played their strategy. So it doesn't matter, what they got. That's what they're always going to get. That's how they attacked. We're at 56, but they've got 62 attacks. We've got 46 attacks.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's how many we have.
Okay. What is the score?
109 to 56, or 56 on ours.
Yeah,
109
on there.
But they have, they're out of their top 17. They only have 3 attacks left. There are 4 attacks left. Oh wait, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. They only have 2 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. In their top
5, 6, 7.
No. In their top 15.
Okay.
There's only a few attacks left.
Okay. And you got a bunch in yours?
We've got in the top 15, in the top 5, we've got 9 attacks left.
Yeah, there you go. So
there's 27 stars.
Yeah. Well,
and with people who haven't been attacked,
you can't do the math
but
like
with
that.
people who
you
haven't
have to look at what's left to get stars from.
Yeah, but we're going to get 3 stars.
Maybe.
There's a bunch in the middle that haven't been attacked yet.
Okay, we're up with these guys. We're at 67 to 102, so we're doing a little better than you guys. We've only used 39 attacks. They've used 55, so they're a little worse than getting 2 stars, and we're a little bit more worse than getting 2 stars. Again, they don't have that many attacks left in their top 20. We've got a ton left in our top 20. Yeah. And but we've had some bad attacks, and people aren't, like I told everybody, don't worry, let's have some fun, give it a shot. People were going really low. Hey, can I go after this low guy? I'm like, whatever, go try to practice some more shit, but this one doesn't matter.
Well, and here's the thing is that we got all these attacks left, but people have been going high, so and getting 2 stars like at the top of their tier, it's a lot easier for the people that instead of them going low, I can walk in and get a 3-star off of a really low person. No problem.
Yeah. So can everybody.
Well. And
everybody should. And then
but it would be harder for me to do that against whoever's straight across.
Yes.
So people have been getting their 2 stars.
So maybe somebody higher than you should do that straight across from you. And get 3. And then you would have 2 attacks left to go lower and clean up.
Yeah, but if it's already full down there is what I'm saying.
It's not, though. I'm talking
about the middle guys here.
I am too. I'm talking about every guy. No matter where you're at in the map, unless you're the bottom guy.
You should go low. You should go high first.
No, you should go for 3 stars first. Even if it's lower than you.
But then if everybody did that, and then there's nobody saying, everybody should be doing that within their town hall range.
Yeah, you don't go too low. You don't go to, I'm going to go crush somebody at the bottom. You go over and down until you can 3-star.
And that's what I'm trying to say is that part of it is that you have to have a guidepost because people are going, all right, yeah, I can definitely 3-star that person. Well, you have to push yourself to.
Right. No, that's good. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, you don't go too low, but like I said, my plan worked. It's not much different than your plan, but it does make a difference. Because the House of El kneels before Zod.
Must have just.
That's a fact. Have you read my clan description?
No,
I haven't changed it. I haven't changed it since we won. I'll read it to you.
I'll read
it to you now.
I was the commanding.
You were not commanding anything.
I was the leader.
You were leader in name only. You weren't leading anything. You weren't commander.
No,
you weren't
leader
general.
You knows where his strengths are.
No, a good leader is around. A good leader does something.
Yeah.
You're not. You're a leader in exile. You're not even doing anything.
I put you in charge.
You don't get shit for your
delegation.
You get 0 credit for my win. Don't try to jump on my. You lost, dude. You lost. When you left that night, a big war. I can't wait. It was the thing. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
Well, I already won.
I won
because I
am Zod.
I was for 99 of those stars.
You didn't lead shit.
You know what? Good general delegates. And I delegated the
No, you didn't delegate anything
of the troops to you.
What you did was and by the way, being the leader for 99, it doesn't matter because you weren't leader when the war was over. I was the leader when the war was over. Only because I did all the leading. I did all the commanding.
I gave it to you.
Well, if you didn't, then a whole bunch of shit would have went down. We wouldn't be recording right now.
I honestly was hoping you wouldn't realize it till after the war was over, and then we were sitting here, and you would have promoted.
I don't understand why you think that you get credit because you stole my phone and made yourself leader. That doesn't make any difference.
Because if
how about this? How about what did your clan do?
If it was the opposite way,
you weren't even there.
You
so
would have been sitting here saying the exact same thing.
So you're the leader of you want to call yourself leader of the clan of my clan, and you're the leader of your shitty clan. Because your shitty clan lost, so the one clan that you were trying to help lost, and the clan that you were leader of that you didn't do anything for and are totally bullshit, we won because of me.
Because the leader put you in charge.
Because I am the leader. I'm the leader of the clan. Check it. Check what it says. It's me. I'm the leader. Check what it said at the end of that thing. I was the leader. Some of your little clanmates there in the House of El were like, "Oh yeah, Boneyard, you didn't get 0 stars. I got 101 stars. Well, my Zodcasters got me 101 stars to beat your bitch ass.
They got me 99, and then
they got you
gave
97.
You the reins, then
they got you 97 for the loss because they suck.
No, I'm talking about you.
Fuck you and El and all the bitches. You're pissing me off. I'm out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. Thinking that you get to have credit because you stole my phone and did some bullshit. Sabotage. Bunch of fucking bullshit.
And I just, it's funny because people will probably listen to this right after the last one when you were just talking shit about how you're going to go in. And
I didn't.
And
I played fair. I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, that's kind of dick moves. I was going to, it's like, I should just kick everybody out right now. I was like, I should just start kicking people out of House of L at random. I'm going to call Scotty when he's battling to mess up his phone, when you don't play on your phone.
Yeah.
But,
you would talk
I did none of that. I played fair and square, and I beat your bitch ass.
It's only because I was in the leader role, so you couldn't have kicked people. And
I wasn't going to kick people. I mean, if player one was leader.
After the amount of shit you were talking in House of L,
they totally deserve it. They're a bunch of spoiled or a bunch of poor sports and poor losers. You should have heard of unbound mailman wasn't even in the war and he was giving me crap. I'm never Neil. I'm like, you're not even in the war, so just shut up.
But your tone in the text of that chat
I was being super pissy because fuck you guys and Neil before Zod. Because guess what? You lost. They were like, well, never Neil. I'm like, you lost. That means you knelt. The whole thing about who kneels, it's who loses kneels. You don't have to actually get on your knees physically in the living room in front of me, which you've already done. But you do have to. Once you lose, that signifies kneeling. You are bent, bowed, and broken. Zod rules. Fuck you guys. Yes. And I'm always in a leader. Just trying. You know what that's called? It's called rationalization. Rationalization. Yeah, go to AA and look that one up. Justification, rationalization. You're a bitch, Scotty. And you lost because of your stupid plan, because you weren't around for your troops. You're sleeping the day away thinking it's funny. I got one up my sleeve. It's called better attack plan, better execution, better communication, all around better strategy.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, and
Kneel before Zod and the Minion
apologies
King.
to the L for... This is why I gave you leader of Zod in the first place. Not that day, but originally it was.
You said, I don't want nothing to do with it.
No responsibility for your actions because in chat and especially in chat because I know how you would talk normally. You come off as such a dick. And
maybe
player one, I was like so close to booting forever, but I'm like, I'm gonna play fair. Oh, he's in there going and dumping level 3 barbs into.
Well, that's because you took my stupid leader role. I was trying to give.
You were doing that before even.
Well, I was doing. I did a little bit of that the night before. I was kind of drunk, and then I did, and then I stopped because I went to bed, and but then when I came on, I wasn't doing it until I realized that, and then it was I'm going to ruin everybody's clan castles until you give that back to me. I was trying to do people's promotions. I was trying to run the thing, trying to send out clan mail. Dick, I couldn't send any clan mail to anybody.
That's the only reason I put you back to
whatever. Well, 11 hours after I found out about it. And because you slept till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm trying to fucking organize my war where you're sleeping your day away. I'm doing the work that a good general should do. Whereas you're like, I'm up till 4. Well, ain't nobody around and nobody's up. The shit was happening. It was coming down to it. If you were around, maybe you would have won.
We have different time zones, though.
What?
We have different time zones in our clan.
So what?
A lot of like.
Yeah, we got some Aussies too, and they were running the shit at night. But guess what? You lose. You lost. Acknowledge it.
We did lose.
You kneel.
No, we don't kneel.
Yes, you kneel. No. You kneel before Zod.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You already did.
But you know what?
You knelt by losing. That's what happened, Scotty.
We will take the sword before we kneel.
I'm not giving you that option. You don't get that option.
I did say though about the leader switching. End of Superman 2 when you were talking about how he knew before Zod and at the end Superman
the old switcheroo, right. Yeah.
So
that doesn't really work. Yeah, well, it doesn't really work.
But it was intense war. I was exhausted. After it was done, I was like, oh God. People came because the war was on. They came in to join.
I'm sure you guys had a pretty quiet chat after the war.
No, what happened
because we were all about, those bitch-ass, trick-ass, bitch-ass, fools. And they knew because you knelt, and then it was funny. And then I came back in, and the first thing I said, of course, was kneel before Zod. Secondly, awesome battle, you guys. I mean, honestly, Elle, you did a great job. Everybody came together. Everybody did, except for you. Everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
You have
0 stars.
Hey, yeah, I got 0 stars. Did you attack the top guy? Did you attack up? I did twice.
That's a bad move, though.
Why? I'm already ahead. I'm already going to win. There's no way I was going to lose.
Getting pretty close there.
No, it was never close. You were never close. There was at one point, if you could have summoned 4 3-stars with your 4 attacks, you would have tied us. We would have still had attacks left. Now you guys caught up, and at the very end there, we were still up by 12, and some of you guys started catching up.
It doesn't matter when you get those stars in a war; it's just the end result.
Yeah, is what? What was it?
It was 101 to 97.
And who won?
God won.
The end does just matter, doesn't it? And
but it doesn't matter when you're getting your stars, is what I'm saying. You know, it doesn't matter if everybody goes in the first 4 hours and gets the stars.
No, it doesn't. But I waited to the very end. I held on my tax like a good general should, in case I needed to clean up somewhere. When I found out, hey, we don't actually need any more stars. They cannot win this game.
The general feasts.
I went up. I was like, I'm going to attack their top guy. I'm going to go for it. I fucking, went for a hearty attack instead of just getting a third to star on like number 12 or 13, which whoever was left. I went for the top shit, and then of course I waited for you, and neither one of those worked out. Yeah, Pringle was like, you didn't get 0 stars. I saw her record. She got 3 stars on somebody way below her, and then 0 stars on something else. That's not impressive.
Well,
I got 101 stars thanks to my Zodcasters. That's what I got, and a big W. What did you guys get? A fucking goose egg in your on your card.
This is exactly what it was like in the chat.
Yeah,
and it was like we're trying to coordinate the war, and there was player one talking shit, and we're trying to coordinate throwing barbs into Clan Castle. It was like just
then I was
like having a yipping
and then
dog.
I was doing I was messing with the chat so that they couldn't even talk to each other. S enter, C enter, O enter, T enter, T enter, Y enter, S enter, U enter, C enter, K enter, S enter. What does it spell? Scotty sucks, but it took up like 8 lines of text. So like you had to read down through all this stuff, and
sabotage.
Well, after you took my leader role, all that shit was all wide open. That was all that next morning, dude.
You were doing
the night before was some fun kidding around shit. I was over there. Like, hey, that's funny. The next day, I was legitimate sabotage. Like I was pissed, and I was doing my best to fuck with you guys. Because you had already fucked with me, so you had already cheated and still couldn't win. You took the leadership role and didn't even do anything with it. If you're going to cheat, you might as well actually cheat.
I was actually just trying to make sure that you didn't start booting.
All you had to do was change player one's profile. What you did was change Boneyard's profile. That's not all you were trying to do.
I thought you were going to kick me, and
we decided
that's why I was going to leave you as co-leader, but then I thought, oh god, he's going to kick Zace out, and then I'm going to lose my intelligence.
Well, we decided not to use them anyway. It's not like it matters. You have intel. Maybe you should have took pictures.
Well, I didn't. Well, because I had Zace, and we had agreed to leave our...
Matt and Monster were, in them both, and he was doing intel. There's your intel. That's the move that a general would make.
Oh, if you could see the look on Boneyard.
See, what I did was I took all the pictures so that I had the intel. Then I was going to kick you out, which is what you should have done instead of just switching things. You should have just kicked me out immediately.
You should have.
If you're gonna take the time to change all that crap up, you should have just booted me out. And if you're gonna cheat,
could you, Matt? What
do
would,
it.
What would you have done if you woke up and that you weren't in either or?
I would have fucking called somebody into work and then driven to your house and beat you up. I would have been so pissed. Zace, I would have been calling you, and then and there's nothing there. Yeah. I would have been ordering pizzas to your house.
You'd go look at the war map.
I would have called every.
You have to be part of a clan to be in a war. And you would have just shit.
Oh my god. I would have called everybody within your delivery radius, and you would have been having pizzas and stuff delivered to your house. Herbs and Gerbers. The cops would have shown up there. Yeah.
Oh my God. But you know what? It was a really close, epic war. And I mean, the participation in both clans was like crazy.
And of course, the number of attacks used isn't really that good of a statistic because I used 2 attacks in your war.
Yeah.
2 attacks that I had left were yours, and I had kicked you out, so that didn't count. Probably 10 of my attacks were loot attacks from guys that had been. And you talk about, they don't get a chance to get any stars. We won. Okay? We 3-starred all that crap before they were around. It wasn't like they didn't have a chance. Had they been on, you go for it. You're a lower guy. Go ahead and try before somebody else went in and did it. It's not just about go over and go down. It's about who's on. If you're on, I mean, like I let people go twice if they're on and want to get 6 stars, and that they can do it right over and down. Yeah. You're real close. Go ahead.
I'm sure in these battles though, because of the people that we got in the clan, because that keeps you in. So if you don't, like we've been talking about, you get demoted and then you get out. So, and I know that the people that are elders, they use their war attacks.
Yeah, no, that's the only way to keep track. Because once it gets up to 50 people,
and that they're on,
there's no way to keep track of it.
Yeah, and that they're going to be on, and they're going to do their attacks, and they're going to be following the strategies and stuff. And then,
are we supposed to take a break here? Should we? Are we I started bitching at you about your stupid.
I'll divide these in 2, and we'll just And so we can take a break here, and we'll just keep going with this episode.
Okay.
All right.
Post rant or pre rant? Oh, we'll just stop it here?
Yeah.
Let's break it right here. All right, everybody. ClashClansPodcast.com. Big ups to the House of L. Bigger ups to the House of Zod. My Zodcasters came through. Won a big solid win for us. The ClashClansPodcast.com. House of Zod, the original home of ClashClansPodcast.com. All others shall kneel before Zod, including our sister house, House of L.
Not. Keep it classy.
Yeah, will.
Get a hold of us, ClashClansPodcast.com, ClashClansPodcast@gmail.com. And we got some shout-outs and stuff to get.
Give us a call at 424-27-CLASH.
Keep it classy.
L sucks out rules.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.